Oh, God. Hey, what's good? What's up, man? What's going on? Everything good?
Yeah, man.
Don't like that, buddy.
Good, man.
I just had an issue. Don't forget the motherfucker O.
I just had an issue.
Hey, man, one thing about an issue, we always can turn positive, brother.
Yo, y'all are so... I need some positive juice then.
That's all I'm trying to say to you. That's all.
We have to have issues, though. We have to, because
let me get some.
That's what builds character sometimes.
Yeah. Like,
it's about how you handle your issues.
It's some whack shit, my nigga. That's all I'm gonna say. It's some whack, but
that's why it's an
what's up with, but you gotta, your character has to be bigger than the issue. Your character has to be bigger than the issue. I don't know the issue, but it's about how you handle the issue. You know what I mean? Regardless who right, who wrong, it's your character.
How do I have OG, triple OG coming here breaking this shit down?
Bro, I have to, man, I always deal with issues.
No, I know that. I know that 100%.
Serious issues, business issues, street issues, women issues. We all got issues, man. It's what's building us.
Let me go get some shot glasses.
I feel like it's just, you know, how you handle it day to day. I try not to really worry too much about the past or too much about the future. Just about today and how today is, you know, going down.
For sure.
You know, and, you know, I feel like there's always things that can require attention.
But you know what? You gotta know where you came from, but you have to know where you're going to, though.
Man, get the fuck out of here, man. I'm tired of this phony ass baloney bullshit attitude niggas have up here, man. I'm done with this shit. I'm so done with that shit, man.
You gotta keep this real with you. You know what I'm saying? I know you don't want to hear it, but I gotta say it to you because it's just the contrast of a pro and a con. Like, you know, many great people go through a lot of strife and a lot of suffering. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Like, you know, see, you're right, this is about timing, man. It's 100% about timing, because, like, any other time...
Hold on, we live right now?
Yeah, we live.
Oh, shit, let me get my... yeah, man, hold on. Let me get my, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man.
I ain't even started yet. You took the minute. Let me make sure everybody can get seen in this bitch.
Yeah.
We waving already. That's why I like to hear, waving already. Top. That's what you looking for?
Nah, I'm looking for a cut. You got another cut?
Yeah, I got you. You got the king size. There you go.
Appreciate you.
No problem. Like I'm saying, like, I've been busy, like, and on some shit. I've been busy the last few weeks, few months, a month or so. And I've been trying to be positive, and you gonna take some of that?
A little bit.
All right. I've been positive and been trying to be active and all that shit. And then this is like some high school bullshit. You feel me? Like, it's like, bro, you still on high school bullshit?
It's not about him, though. It's about you.
100%. But don't try to take me down to that level. You feel me? That's what it was. It's like, yo, you had any time at any time you could have said what it was. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
I'll be wrong. I don't care about that. I'm fine. I'm good. See, the thing about it is, nobody wants to be wrong. Nobody wants to not be the nigga. Nobody don't want to be that in front of themselves, in front of other people. But you won't learn shit unless you're wrong, bro. You're going to slip up. It's a part of life. I'm not saying do this shit on purpose. I'm just saying when it happens, take your little scars and grow with that shit.
I think that's all really anything is in the end. It's just growing pains. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it gives character to your life.
Mm-hmm.
It gives indentation. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, whether right or wrong, how someone feels about something, that's how they feel about it. But, you know, you always have to make sure that you project outwards, you know, the best of yourself that you can. even on times and moments where things are, you know, at a high standstill.
How much weed did you smoke today?
Not enough.
I don't know.
No, but
that's always the answer too.
But no, you know the thing is, I get how you feel. You know, all I'm trying to say to you is,
bro, I just need you to tell me, because we're not gonna say what it was, but I just need you to tell me you there.
You know,
was that how it should have been taken care of?
I'll be honest with you, and I really don't know. Like, I don't. At most, what I could say to you,
if you knew this person had an issue with me about something, at any time, in between time, that person that has my number or my contact, my family, know where I live,
right,
could reach out and be like, yo, I heard this, that, and the third. What's good? And we could talk about it.
Yeah.
Did that happen tonight?
Did
that happen?
I walked away, man.
I know you walked away, bro, but don't you
no, listen,
black Republicans, don't do that to me.
Don't
do that to me, bro. Come on, man.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't know enough.
You gonna try to hook up your
man, I gotta get everything possible in here, man. We live in the podcast, you know what I'm saying? There's issues going on and shit that we don't even, nigga, stop playing.
I don't really know enough really to make a assumption.
Bro,
you know what I'm saying?
From
like,
what you understand, to confront me when I come here for some other situation, you try to confront me about it while I'm already going somewhere, and then when you confront me about it, it's not no y'all heard this and that and that. Oh, okay, I told you what it was. Now you don't agree with what I'm saying, and there's still an issue. Like, we going back and forth. That shouldn't happen.
I mean, listen. Either way,
I apologize to everybody because I had a great day. I was productive. Shout out to my cousin Shawnette. I hope you feel better. She had surgery today. You know what I mean? I hope everything is good. This is dedicated to you, Shawnee. I didn't want to come on this episode like this at all. Like, I was great, and then someone just took my vibes down. So I'm trying not to go full, like crazy Corey on the bullshit, because it'll just cause more issues, and I don't need that because I'm in a positive place, right?
Absolutely.
All right. So apologies for that. This is Attention Whores, episode 435. This is the last episode of the year. Hopefully this is the last episode Michael's. We're gonna try to get that shit rocking soon. I was trying to get it for this episode, but I didn't want to rush what I'm getting, so we're gonna try to get that popping. And change up the sideways. How I did my sideways people, this is sideways and shit. The episode is Professor Obama.
Yeah.
And pocket apologies. Right. You gotta apologize.
Yeah, you gotta pay us.
You pay the pocket apologizes, no one else, right?
Hey.
That's how it go. And with me today, I have two men that I could honestly call my brothers if there's an issue. I'm pretty sure they would come to me about it without it drawing off and trying to jump out on somebody on some I heard you said shit. I'm pretty sure these motherfuckers right here would come to me straight up and just say what it is, right?
Absolutely.
So that's it. Two of my brothers. This is Murdakhh. He is the Professor Obama. This is Bizz. You know what it is, and that's what it is. Yeah. So how y'all fellas doing today?
Pretty great, man.
You sure?
Great.
This guy.
How are you doing today, man?
I was good, man. I was productive. I was cleaning up. Shout out to my sister. She gonna be here soon. And shout out to the dogs, you rat bastards. I'm gonna have to deal with you. Yeah. They're gonna be here. So hopefully I'm gonna have to get this like a real studio or some shit, because these dogs be barking. These dogs is gonna go drive me crazy and shit.
You're gonna definitely have to go like wireless.
Well, I was trying to get the wireless like clip mics and shit like that, but you know, so we're gonna see if we could get that rocking. But I'm not in your shit.
Yeah, we gotta be in full views.
Yeah, all the views and shit like that.
Hey, 3 more cameras.
Damn, man, I'm so fucking out of it. Where's my drink at? So what's going on with y'all, man? Fuck what I'm doing. What's going on with y'all?
Staying sucker free, bro.
I feel you on that.
You know, conduct business, trying to be a great inspiration, trying to fight demons, and trying to be a good guy at the same time, man. That's why,
That's the hardest thing.
Saying about you, man, like we got our own demons to fight as it is, man. You can't bring somebody else.
Bro, it's
not out in the drag.
It's not even that. I try to avoid the situation if I'm getting energy from a situation or a person, right? And I feel like on more than one occasion, if I feel like, oh, all right, motherfucker ain't really fucking with me like that. So I'm gonna like, all right, you do you, I do me. It's cool. We good. There's no love lost. I don't know why you feel it seems like you feel that way, and then everything is cool. But don't kind of jump out on me on some, yo, I heard this, that, and the third, bro. If you heard this, that, and the third, bro, come to the source. Don't wait till the source come near you so you can be like, aha, I got you down, nigga. It's whack ass. This what like girls trying to find out when you cheating and shit. What the kind of shit is that, bro? Like, I'm just past that, bro. Like that high school, old school, like that shit whack. Like, I'm 41 years old, bro. You have an issue with me? Come talk to me, man. Like, straight up and down. Like, it shouldn't be a problem.
Did you say that to him?
What I say?
What was his response when you said that to him?
What did I say? I said we could have had this talk. I said, this could have happened. I said, now, I come here, come pick him up. Like, it shouldn't be, you kind of, in whatchamacall, my time, we could have made time. I tried to call and contact you a few times and you ain't respond. So you know I put my hand out. It's not like I'm not ducking nobody, I'm here.
Well, then you just explained it there. Ain't nothing else to, you know what I'm saying? What else if it ain't worth a punch in the face, you did the next step. That's it. That's it.
No, I just don't like when I didn't appreciate the action and the way that action threw me off my vibe because I wasn't there for some. Because it's like, yo, you coming to me like I should be afraid something's gonna pop off. You know what I mean? So when you put that in my mind, like that's someone saying, all right, I'll be right back. What you mean you gonna be right back? Where you going? Like, I don't know. Don't think this because I ain't been in the Bronx. I don't think like that. Like that shit could happen.
You gotta get him before you make it. Like, you gotta get him before you make it.
Like, what's going on? Oh, I see what it is. What you mean you see what I want to see how you seeing it. You know what I mean? But that's just here and there, man. That's just here and there. But I'm off that, man. I'm gonna drink my fucking Douce. You know what I mean? Cheers. Come on, man.
Oh,
damn, you done. Doc came back to the city and got smacked all crazy with it. Oh, give him another one.
Yeah, Doc smashed it.
Give him another one. Give him another one.
Really good.
All right, so but
Doc need a double shot.
He going back to the city after this. He be straight.
Yeah.
So shout out to these guys. These guys are actually not even up here anymore.
We're not really on this planet, bro.
Yeah, well, I don't believe in planets, but that's one other situation.
We beam down to come fuck with you, man.
I appreciate that.
There's a long line in that beam, too.
A long line. So did you skip the beam? Did you skip that line?
Skip line on the beam, man.
Skip line on the beam. Thank y'all for coming. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get off that other shit. But how y'all been, like, for real? Like, what you been up to, Doc? Tell me what's the moves? Like, you used to be a resident up here. This guy right here I knew since high school. He was like one of the dudes that was like always around when we were rhyming and freestyling and stuff. And he would start rhyming and freestyling. And then I believe after school you went to the military. I don't want to jump too crazy. You went to the military, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Marine Corps,
went to the Marine Corps, got all right. You know what I mean? He could snap your neck in 5 different places like that. You know what I mean? All that good shit. The Marines, I think out of all of them, the Marines are the most serious. Like they laugh at the Army. The Army's like peasants to them, right?
No,
or something like that. I don't get too.
I don't think it's like they're peasants to them. I just, for what I noticed at the time that I went in, our boot camp was 13 weeks and the Army was 12 weeks. So that just. That said it right there.
Okay. So y'all get an extra week on them niggas.
At that time, yeah.
So because y'all got an extra week, y'all could beat them. Like y'all feel like y'all more solidified than they are.
In a way, yeah.
Okay. Well, I've heard that before. I've heard them like kind of play down all of them and shit like that.
Friendly.
But after military, like tell me, give me a brief synopsis of how you got to where you are now, sir. Black Republican, ex-Black Republican. I'm gonna hit that. That Black Republican shit.
Nah, like so. After that, I probably took the music a little bit more seriously. I guess you would say. I tried to take it a little bit more seriously, and I did some notable things. Shout out to my dude Rich Valdez. You know,
Shout out to Rich.
he was he still is a dope dude, and so he was definitely a part of the beginning stages.
Mm-hmm.
And in 2019, I went back to the Bizz for like R&R, and I ended up just really writing a couple records that were really dope, So I was able to kind of get those records in the right hands of people, and then I already had a good distribution deal.
Well, you're good when it comes to Spotify. This guy knew about Spotify, SoundCloud, all before it came out. You know what I mean? He was like Big D with the Twinkies. He knew what them shits were.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Murdakhh was always thinking steps ahead. And I used to be like, damn, you should have thought about that shit too.
Nah, he was on like the whole
He was
streaming.
on a whole nother.
He was on the streaming set before y'all knew what streaming was. Back when CDs was still being played and shit like that. Like, he knew exactly what he was talking
coming
about.
through with the app ideas and all type of shit, man.
That scan that you see on everything where it's a scan me or pop up, he put me onto that first. I was like, what
like
is
10
this?
years ago, though.
Straight up. When it first came out, like Jordans. He knew exactly what it was.
I think it's just, like there's always someone, whether it's in cars or in music or in life, that just has a good sense of information for something, and each person is able to kind of bring forth their one thing that their information's always on par with, right?
Yeah.
And for me, it was always about trying to think a step ahead, right? To break more boundaries. And, when I seen the pandemic started and the limitations that were put on artists, I looked at it as, unfortunately, yeah, definitely a bad thing.
You gotta get the right.
You
gotta get the right
good
swag.
side,
You wanna make
bro.
sure.
I gotta just check out my good side. I'm listening. I'm listening. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, definitely. Like it's not just a one-sided thing. It's like like the pandemic came and I feel like the playing field got leveled, and where you could focus on the one thing, the only thing that was available at the moment, and that was streaming.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, right? And even up to right now, it's still kind of that way. Like, yeah, they're trying to do, like, events and stuff like that, but nothing ever really takes hold where you see a tour starts anymore. It's just these little spur one-off moments that happen, right? So I still feel like we're just in that environment where they're creating engines to cultivate artists, small groups of artists.
But they're getting them for cheap though with the streams.
Yeah, well,
they're getting them for real cheap when it comes to streams. Like the amount of streams you have to make in order. That's why most of the songs now like damn near triple. Like Kanye put out like a triple album.
Yeah.
Like 30 some odd songs. You know what I mean? Like, because he wants y'all to go through all of them as many times as possible and get them numbers up.
Like, I'll give you insight, like, from mine. Like, it says I have 164,000 year end, right? So that's anywhere from, like, 200 to 290 U.S.
Okay.
That's on worldwide average. If it was like pure European-based countries like, Switzerland, Europe, England, America, Canada, places like that, that number could probably be like 325, right?
Mm-hmm.
So depending on where people at, that also factors in how much you get paid in the stream total.
Okay.
You know.
So I know that you'll always keep up the numbers. Like right now, you just put out a single that we have.
Yeah.
A few days ago, I believe. So
Oh, y'all put something new out?
something like
No, I had this record that we did.
We had a record.
And, you know, at that time, we were just like, you know, throwing things out on Bandcamp, really. But
Can I tell them when it was done?
Yeah, you can.
Was it 2012?
Yeah.
2012.
It was 2012.
Yeah.
I knew it was one of them years. I was like, I had
One
that.
ahead of his time.
Yeah. Kind of like, you know, we have a lot of miscellaneous Black Flame records.
We do.
You know what I mean? That's here and there that survived the entertainment time. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? Let's go back on to you, brother. You've come a long way. You've
Very
come a long way.
Very long.
You know what I mean? Like when I met this dude, for real, you didn't want to pass him. You didn't want to pass him, man. Head full of dreads, white tee down to the, you know what I mean?
Hey.
And who else knows what else?
Everybody knows what else with me, man. I mean, it's like I say, it's all about growth, man. It's all about growth.
Yeah, I appreciate hearing that. You know what I mean? And the one thing that I noticed, because, you know, like, before when I told you, when we had a talk, like, what, yesterday? Was it yesterday?
Yesterday.
Yo, you know, it was 2.5 hours, bro. It was a 2.5 hour talk. And I was like, this is the pod right here.
It's a whole nother
It was a whole nother pod. I was like, bro, we could have put this on right now, but didn't get on there. But, and I told him, I was like, bro, when you was coming up, you was very off-putting, like, you know what I mean? He had just came up here from, I believe, DC. I don't want to get it wrong, because you can't get Maryland and all that shit mixed up. Nah.
But I was in both, though.
Okay.
Same atmosphere, for real.
All right. And I lived out there for a little bit in 2004. So, like, when I tell you, like, I lived in the county of Maryland, that shit did not play. Matter of fact, all the shit that you would see on the wire or shit like that, I seen in 1 year there.
I lived over there by the wire, too, though.
I know when I was based in D.C. in 2001, my corporal had his apartment by Oxon Hill.
I used to live over there.
Yeah.
Oxon Hill? That sounds like some, like, when you have some army shit, too.
To us back then, it was a hot block. Right?
I'm sure, depending where you was at. Depending where you was at. I mean, Oxon Hill kind of cool, though, but yeah, it's always something going on, just like anywhere else.
Yeah, every hood is the same at some point. You know what I mean? So you came up here from D.C., you know what I mean? Moved to Jersey, Teaneck of all things, the most suburban, black, and showing off and all these shits.
I didn't care about none of that shit.
Yeah, he was like, what the fuck? This is a town full of licks.
You know what? I never looked at it. I did look at a few people like...
Stop fucking playing. You know damn
Hey, look,
this nigga rolling out.
I looked at a few people like it was some licks, but I wasn't on that though, man. I wasn't on that for real. Cause I'm like, it's not the environment. Like, people want to be a part of what they're not really a part of.
Right.
Why you think a lot of white people, you know, they the ones selling out gangster music? Because
they infatuated with that. They get like, oh, these people, they could do that and get away with it. Yeah. But at the end of the day, the real shit, the niggas not either going to end up dead or locked up.
Right.
So they don't have to deal with that.
Right.
So from afar, they could watch it and be like, you know what I mean?
So when I came out here, I respected a lot of people for being they self. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it was like, I gotta articulate, bro. Like I gotta. All right, I came from this. My aunt saved my life. I feel like, cause I was going through so much shit. She like, nah. She argued like we was screaming on the phone. You need to come the fuck out here. I'm like, man, hell no, I'm not.
Cause you probably thought this shit corny as fuck. I ain't come on. Everything's happening when
it wasn't really that. It wasn't really that. It was more like, this is where I'm at, who I am though. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean?
So let me ask you a question real quick. Just get off it. So you feel that's why a lot of people, when They feel like they alienated. They have to be around that comfortability of, I grew up here, everybody knows me, I'm comfortable here. These are my people.
I feel like that because I was actually born in Jersey, so just going from Jersey to somewhere else and people not really fucking with me because I'm from here at that time, fucking fade with the moon part and shit. They like,
you had to fade with the moon.
I'm
You got the half moon.
I'm saying that I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I need to see that
I ain't
picture.
gonna lie.
I need that picture.
Look,
bro.
I had the half moon, bro. I had the half moon and shit. I was saying yo and all this shit. They like,
Nasty Nas.
This nigga
it wasn't fucking with me, but certain
Raekwon and shit.
Certain niggas fuck with me, man. That's what it was like. All right, cool. Let me separate the differences from coming from here to there. Then I went from here to there. Then I went from there to here. Then back down here and back up there. So it's like the mentality in me, you know what I'm saying, got built from so much different shit.
Right.
That's why I'm sitting here talking to y'all on this podcast and not in jail somewhere or, you know what I'm saying? Or somewhere where we try and split a double cheeseburger though. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I lived like that before.
Out of all the people I know that come from like a lifestyle he come from, I literally seen like him actually transform. You know what I mean? Now, don't get it twisted. He's the same man underneath all that shit.
Absolutely.
But he's a better man. But I think he came out here and opened his mind up to different things. Took a minute, but he opened his mind up. He was around good people, around family. I think you was around a structured family more than you were used to.
Mm-hmm.
And that probably was
Absolutely.
like, you saw something different that you could build on. And like I said in the interview I just had, shout out to GS Radio, shout out to Round Table podcast, shout out to my brother Rue, you know what I mean, Big Rudy, you know what I mean, little homie Jack.
The mayor, nigga.
Yeah, the
don't forget about New Jersey jackpot,
the
nigga.
commissioner, remember? I thought he was the commissioner.
The commissioner?
He's not the
He
commissioner?
could be the commissioner.
Oh,
he's the mayor. You just say growth, yo. He went from the commissioner to the mayor. Just saying.
Oh, my bad. I'm
He
getting
is
it
the-
all fucked up. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought, yeah, you're right. That's police shit. My bad. Fucked up. I fucked up.
It ain't, but it ain't about the police shit. It's about the level up.
Yeah, I'm just talking about in the name
Yeah.
statue and shit like that. Shout out to them. Like I said, shout out to all the Robinsons. Y'all all upgraded on some crazy shit. Y'all all living your lives, doing what y'all want to do. You know what I mean? Shout out to Grizz. Shout out to Maya. Shout out to everybody in the fam. You know what I mean? So I
Shout
want
out
to
to
plug.
Grizz, man. Grizz is such a good dude.
You know what I mean? Like on some real shit. I want to shout all them out. But like I said, you had a real transformation out of all people. And now I can't even tell, you know what I mean? You just a businessman, entrepreneur, you know what I mean? Moving and grooving, doing what you doing.
Hold on, man.
Nah, see, put the hoodie in.
Yeah, hold on, man.
Man, wait a minute, man. I'm still like this though. You know what I mean? Yeah, but
You just got little colors on it.
that's cool. That's cool. There's cameras everywhere, so at least be fashionable.
That's right, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Like, he really did his thing, but I guess I had a couple things like we could talk about. We was talking about a lot of things yesterday. With one of the things that you told me that would be good to talk about was street credibility and how everything is moving now with.
We all OGs, all three of us around the same age, man, and it's a big difference with somebody showing you their street credibility and somebody telling you.
Okay.
Nowadays, everybody
Same.
street credibility is about talking about your street credibility. That's all it is. Like, why do you think people getting locked up on social media and shit? Like,
They want, but that's their way of proving it by yapping about it, kind of. You know what I mean? Like before, you might hear stories.
right.
You know what I mean? You would hear other people talking about your shit. See, the thing about like legends and geniuses is you can't call yourself one. Other people have to call you that. You feel me? Like, you can't be a genius. I can't say I'm a genius, and y'all are like, all right, quiet about it. But I don't say shit. You be like, yo, you know what he did? This man's a genius. You won't believe that. Just like if if I'm looking for an artist to sign, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's in my face. Yo, I'm hot. Yo, I'm hot. Yo, I'm hot. Man, everybody's hot. But you my mans, and you hear somebody, and you put me on. Oh, I hear you bumping somebody. So I'm like, I trust your ear. So yo, who's that? Oh, I want to see him, because you want to trust your person, the person that you trust, his ear or whatever the case. So that will inform it. So the legends and all that street credibility came from the other dudes on the block saying, yo, you heard this man like this, that, and the third, like what we talked about earlier. You know what I mean?
Right.
So everybody else is just doing it themselves, and that's not going to get you nowhere, but probably locked up or jammed up in some situation.
Yeah, that shit ain't even, like I said, we all fight our own demons, bro, but at the same time, it's
this is helping, though. This is helping.
In 2022.
You.
What is street credibility gonna do with your credit though?
Ain't gonna do shit. Gonna fuck it up.
Right,
if
so
you already have
saying,
it,
like,
if you might not even have it.
That's what I'm saying. Shit. I mean,
but they're not worried about that, because these are the young. I would only be, I guess, thinking of like the younger kids, because they just trying to get their names. That's what it is.
But that's why they getting killed and locked up way more than back in the day, though.
You know, I think, but that's the problem, though. It's like, it's that information, you know, like, they're just trying to get their names, you know, like, no matter how much we move forward in time, we always still seem to deal with the same situation of, you know, what are the children really looking up to for fact from fiction?
They're looking up to whatever images we got now. That's all it is. Is whatever images that is there. Now, everybody seems to be making money somehow. You know what I mean? And it really, you want me to be 100, I think I said this before, and I think it's one of the reasons, I think one of the effects of the pandemic is the last 2 years been the 80s, for real. Like, I haven't seen this much I don't give a fuck since the 80s or the early 90s. Like, niggas are running around shooting and stabbing like there aren't cameras on the block, because they don't give a fuck. They not caring about the consequences. They only care about the get back.
Right.
That's all they worried about. Like, the get back and what name you got this person, da 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 da. They more worried about what's going to be said on Twitter than anything else. You know what I mean? Like, they're not worried about.
That's why they cool with going to jail and shit like that, because it's like once you come home.
Shit, I think some of them don't care. Way. I think they want to go, or they feel.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I know a lot of young niggas right now that just want that label, bro. It don't matter. Like, you could tell somebody, oh yeah, we need to clear our head with this and be righteous with that. But you got some people that drive, their energy drives from this. Mm-hmm. I went through that. Now I'm home. Look at me now. Y'all gonna bow down now.
Yeah, but that's not gonna help. I don't know why niggas wanna do that. But we talking to a brick wall, because you was young at one point. And when you were coming up, right? Because you lived a different lifestyle. So when you were coming up, how much hold did the OG's words have? And was the OG's trying to steer you away or keep?
Nah, that wasn't no OG shit. Like, you can't say you an OG, but then you try and keep me on a negative.
But then, don't there be some people that consider them OGs that be doing that just for their own profit?
Yeah.
That would be considered that in the
anything's
time?
possible, really.
Nah, yeah. I mean, energy is energy, whether it's positive or negative, though. You know what I mean? So, you had certain OGs that would just try to push you towards the bullshit, fuck your whole life up, yeah, for sure. But then you also had a lot of OGs that wanted your best interest at heart, though.
So I'm saying, out of them, the ones that had your best, how many of them was like, yo, my man, you could do this, that, and the third, or this, that, like...
Every OG I came across.
Everyone?
Every OG. I never came across...
Was they still in the life, though? Or were they trying to, like...
Both, in and out. So, like, every OG I came across was coming home, went through everything I went through already. But I was already molded to the point where if I came across an OG that tried to just more so harm my future, I might already started beefing with him. Like, hold on, you trying to play with me? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
yeah, but that's you catching him.
I was fortunate enough to like meet certain people that was more positive in a negative way until I got with people that was positive in a positive way. I never had somebody that was trying to get me in a negative way. I you know what I mean? I was already laced up with game to the point that wasn't, I already could peep that type of shit. So when I see you trying to push me on some bullshit, like, you not the OG no more. Yeah. You all the way down where I'm at now at that point.
Yeah, but
now I'm gonna talk to you like a nigga
that's like, yeah, I got you. Yeah. But you gotta do that around people so they know that.
And then being a young nigga, I'm trying to see you. You know what I'm saying? Because you the OG supposedly, and I'm not feeling what you talking about. So now I'm trying to make a name for myself now. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you got all these kids that want to do that shit now. And they probably ain't no OGs.
There's no
around.
OGs around no more.
They all locked up.
There's nobody really.
And then you can't
say, hey, don't do it.
And you can't come to the block being like, I guess, a retired one. Like, yo, don't do that. They gonna look at you crazy. So it's like it's no winning that battle. But really, what like when the story that we had talked about before when you was talking about one of your peoples or whatever, and you said like when you seen that look in his eyes, like yeah, that look like a lot of these kids and everybody else get off on, getting off on niggas. Like they really, it's like a thing. Like they wanna get their murder game up, and then that shit is crazy. That shit's scary as fuck, cause you don't know what a nigga thinking. You know what I mean? Well, let's go on to some brighter things. Let's go to some brighter things. Y'all make me hot as fuck with all this coat hoodie shit on, nigga. Yeah. Like, y'all, I know you fly flexing it. You know what I mean? I came in here dark. This nigga's a model.
I just want my good side to be shown, bro. That's all I'm asking you.
That's exactly how I feel.
Right? Yeah, yo, man. Like...
Exactly.
Oh my God, yo. It's fresh and fresh. So I had some other things to talk about. Pamela Harris for you, buddy. Let's go. Yeah. Come on, Republican, black Republicans. He's a former black Republican. Talk to him. Talk to him, man.
Former?
Well, he didn't get paid by them niggas, so I guess he's a former black Republican. Did I say something that I fucked something up?
No.
I don't want to fuck nothing.
I just,
Apology, I'm trying to get that vibe back. My bad. Let's go.
Politics a little bit, so I don't really let it puppeteer me too much,
I mean, we all, to a certain part of the game, got to play with them strings, just trying to rearrange them so it works for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, but like I feel like in the end, I was just capable of being able to do it. With anything I do, I try to do a good job at it. Really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, in the end, I did it.
But so you were like a video, you were a cameraman, digital.
Yeah, camera guy.
For the Republican Party at what time, sir?
Well, no, not the Republican Party.
Tell them the time frame. Who was in office?
No, it was. I would.
That you and me.
That's you, brother. My shit.
What you got?
It's definitely you.
Why are you fucking me up when I'm on record, nigga? I hate that. Go ahead, black Republican. Speak.
Nah.
Come on, speak to him.
Nah, it wasn't. It.
Nigga said I got a polo. Whatchamacallit? I ain't taking that shit off.
Nigga.
I did it for this media company.
I'm gonna sweat on stage.
Right, so this media company just needed to get like footage. So we went to go get footage.
I was asking who was in office when you were doing your job. Was
Twice.
Was it Obama or was it
Yeah.
It was Obama and it was Trump? Or
yeah, it was Obama. It was Obama and Trump.
Okay. I just wanted to fuck with you on that. So anyway, like I got Pamela Harris. I don't call her Camilla because, but Pamela Harris. I call Pamela.
Bringing the black card back out.
Well, she tried to scold a black man recently. I do believe I seen a Charlemagne a little interview where he was like saying, so who's really the president? Is it Joe Biden or some other guy, Joe something else? I don't want to be quoted as wrong. And she tried to scold him like a black mama would. Like, no, the president was Biden, and I'm the vice president, and how dare you that you're talking like a Republican? So, do you have anything to say about that, sir?
You asking me? Or
No, I'm asking him. You know, he's like.
Oh. Why?
Well, what do you want to say?
I just think it's polarized. That's all. You know.
Who's polarized, sir?
I would think both sides are. But,
okay. Both sides are. Well, she tried to play him when he asked that question, and this is a question that everybody want to ask because it looks like Joe is being president on autopilot for the most part, and it looks like he's gonna throw it right to Pamela because he called her president recently in one of his speeches, and she's the vice president. I'm just trying to get my political.
No. I listen. I don't know enough about politics to that much that my statements will rock the world when I say something. But I would definitely say that, he's an older guy, and and I would say this statement has nothing really to do with politics, which is it's what's
in general
given in general.
Mm-hmm.
He's an older guy, and everyone deteriorates as we get older.
Okay. Some deteriorate faster than others.
Yes, exactly.
That happens.
So,
but
the probabilities of her taking the next run
is
it's very high.
Like 80 to 90% right now.
It's very high.
Yeah, very high.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, they're protecting both of their sides and shit like that. And yeah, check them out. Make sure we good up here. You know what I mean? We fly fresh and fit. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but that's what it is. It's a strategy. It's a game. It's like WWF.
Right.
It's all WWE and F. It's all that.
It's all
EFD. It's all.
It's all Broadway, right?
Yeah. It's all show.
It's the greatest show, actually. It's the greatest show, right? That happens right in front of your face all the time.
Man, the president just a spokesperson anyway, man. Y'all think ain't nothing higher than that? Y'all crazy.
Yeah, he's a CEO of a business, and he's there to make the people feel comfortable with the business.
You want to shake hands and kiss babies and lie.
That's right. and the thing about it is, everybody knows that it's a lie. Like, we all know, you all know the government lies to you every day. That's why it's funny when when they put certain shit out and y'all just believe it. But hey, to each their own, man. Whatever makes you a better person, I can't get mad at you for that. But I just can't deal with that. I deal with more logic. Can I get a little bit more, sir? Just a tad bit.
Nigga, this shit got bored to get drunk, nigga.
Okay, well then don't stop pouring it.
Oh no. I'm holding.
Oh yeah.
He's drunk than me. I'm too clean for that.
This nigga came in here like straight from Asia with the eyes. Your eyes hardly open and shit.
No, but here's a good fun fact about that. How things are, what they would say could be programmed. It's like, think about the supermarket, right? When you go into the dairy section where the cheese and everything is at.
Yeah.
Think about all the children products. They're always leveled about mid-range and down.
Okay, so the kids could get it easier?
Yeah, but it's easier vision. So the kids see it and be like, oh, I want that.
That's a whole bunch of marketing and promote. Yeah, that's one-on-one.
I'm going to get you some cups with your podcast name on it, bro, as a present to me for the 2022.
Oh, okay, I appreciate it.
Everybody come through, got to get a drink. Shot, something.
Definitely. I like to keep it free flowing and like that. Like,
free flowing.
Just like we talking and chopping it up. Things like that. Alright, pocket apologies. Niggas gotta come out of their pockets and apologize. That's it?
I feel like that.
That's what we doing. That's what we doing in 2022.
You gotta be about business, man. Like, everybody gotta pay for consequences, no matter what the scale of the consequences is. You know what I mean? So it's like, if I'm beefing with somebody, he like, man, ain't like that, because now you finding out what's going on with me, you gotta pay for that shit. If it's a situation where it's a business conflict on your end, somebody gotta pay for that though.
100%. But
somebody gotta pay for
that. But I think that's only in business. This term hasn't gone out of that. Now the pocket apologies is out of that. That's for everything. Just like we talked about when you was talking about gun laws, which is up there, and you was like how it's different when you're in a state that everybody's able to carry. Because now you're looking at it as, oh, he stepped on my shoe. Now, if I go further with this, I got mine, but does he got his on me? It's different than up here.
The chance is more slim up here than somewhere where...
Yeah, but then you might just run into the wrong person that got it up here on some low shit because they ain't supposed to. But where you're at, you know what I mean, you know that niggas all carry. So you might approach it differently.
Right.
So the whole pocket apology thing is like, if you were to be dealing with a certain situation, you might walk lightly around doing certain things because you know you might have to pay it out of pocket.
That could be one outlook of a pocket apology.
That's 100% a pocket
But
apology.
when you say pocket apologies, man, it's so many.
It's vast.
That could be a whole other podcast, man, because you got things when people settle out of court. You got things where, like I said, you might be beefing with somebody. They got to pay you to not let them peoples up off you. You know what I'm saying? But then you got certain things where you know your company could be a liability after, you know, you build your asset, but now this happened, but now your asset is a liability instead of a, you know what I mean? So it's like, all right, what am I going to do? I got to apologize to this dude, but it's not, he's business like I'm business, so but just my wordplay ain't going to help.
See, they might not see it that way. That's where it comes into play, like where they don't see, like, just like anything else, they don't see that your credibility is where it is. You know what I mean? Like, that's basically where the issue would be coming into.
Right.
But if everybody was on that kind of mind state, it would be different, yes. You know, just like the gun laws, it would be different if you would have to come out of pocket. Just like anything else. Just like if women knew they would mostly get in trouble for lying about certain situations that they lie about, and they would get penalized for it, they wouldn't do it as much because they know they might get caught up. But because they aren't, they could do whatever they want.
Right.
And live with whatever situation happens, you know what I mean?
You know, I feel like, yeah, definitely. If we lived in a more transparent world where things was a little bit more open and honest, we do. You know,
we do. It's just that they try to benefit from the open, honest opinion and try to just manipulate that shit, man.
100%.
Well, no, like I feel what you're saying about that, but what I mean is like a lot of this stuff that goes down, you know, between one person to the next, one person to a mental issue or conflict or stress that they're dealing with, stressing about at the moment. All these things are connected to each other in a way that it is, you know, it's so important to keep that positive pocket.
I agree.
I almost feel like it's like just like a nice shield bubble. And as you're going through life, you can either have the shield up or the shield down, right? And you go through wear and tear in life and things happen. But, you know, I feel like we all just have to kind of understand sometimes, like, you know, it is a real messed up place that we live on sometimes. It does get really kind of chaotic. It does get kind of crazy. And that's not to say that it's a negative thing, because I feel everything balances each other, you know. And so, but it is what happens, you know. And so if we can kind of just keep a good energy with us on a day-to-day basis, you know, look beyond things, you know. Because at the end of the day, you know, I seen this thing, I think it was like Tom Hanks. He was talking to like this round table.
Where did you find this nigga at?
Yo,
where the fuck? Yo, hold on, Doc. Hold on, Doc. Hold on. I'm gonna hold that. You've been zoned the whole time. You are so. When you look back at this, you're gonna be like, I was done. Like I have to make this note.
Listen,
yeah.
I feel good, right?
And for you, we're following you, and you go.
But you know what? That's somebody that's in their own pocket, bro, and they trying to like further information.
Yeah.
No,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not saying he's not. It just threw me off because he's in his pocket, but you threw me with the Tom Hanks. And I was,
No. It was a statement, and the statement was, when you're upset, you're mad, you're frustrated, and you want to cause as much, as equal as the amount of distress that you went through, so that there can be an understanding of exactly what you went through, right? But then on the other end also, there is good moments that happen that you are thankful for and overjoyed for. And those moments come too. But the similar things with both of them is that all of those things will pass as well. So as good moments come, bad moments come. Then good moments come, then bad moments come.
Which builds character.
Right? And that's why it's important to be in the best state possible to deal with each situation. To see it clearly, to understand it, and because it's all lessons. And I feel like
he's still trying to talk this shit to me. I see. I peep game. I peep.
Hey,
I peep what you doing.
I'm just saying, it's just light. You know what I mean? Like, we at the end of the year. It's the last broadcast for the year. And, it's going to be New Year's and everything. Happy holidays to everybody.
Everybody make some noise! Oh, y'all ain't make no noise
for the ones that celebrate the holidays.
Hey, man, listen. Celebrate, what's it called? This is the Romans orgy celebration. That's what the Christmas is based on.
I seen a Christmas truck.
It's based off of like a Roman orgy.
Today.
What
coming
happened?
Down the road.
What?
Bright. In Teaneck. I seen a Christmas truck.
What you mean Christmas with the trees on it?
Like that with the lights on it.
Like the fire truck that comes with Santa Claus and all that shit.
I seen that joint. And I said, all right, well, someone's in a festive mood, right? Like,
yeah. Happy holidays to each and all of you motherfuckers. Thanks. Hi. You know what I mean? Like, have fun. Buy your special person a gift. I did. Go ahead.
Buy yourself a gift too.
Yeah, buy yourself a gift. Buy your special person a gift. Buy your moms a gift. Buy your sisters and families a gift. Shout out to my family. Shout out to everybody, the whole family and all that shit.
Shot with me, bro.
Take another shot, man. Loosen up. Loosen the fuck up, niggas. Be tight over here. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Wow. Bada bing, bada boom, bada boom. 100% funny business. And today was 100% funny business. It's funny that you coined that shit yesterday. It's funny. It was 100% mandatory. That was that didn't need to be mandatory. That didn't need to be
mandatory. Funny business.
No. What? Who?
Funny
Not
business.
Me. Someone else.
But you gotta always deal with that. You have to always deal with funny business. It don't matter what you deal with. You gotta deal with funny business, bro.
That's when you're dealing with too many motherfucking people, man. Listen, all right, 100% mandatory.
All right, let me ask you this question, right?
Interview me.
This your podcast, right?
Yeah, go ahead, talk to me.
And you be like, how do I branch over Breakfast Club with where they could the Breakfast Club shout me out, promote me, woo woo. But then they say you got a stipulation.
What's the step?
It don't matter what the step is, you don't agree to it. You know what I mean? But then now you like, do I walk through this door or walk through that door? Do I walk through the door of the stipulation, or do I try to build my own shit? But the stipulation might say, hey, I'm going to give you $1 million. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Here go your studio, here go your outlook, here go this, that, and
but I don't own none of it.
But then you got to do some bullshit like.
To get it moving.
That's a funny business, like.
100%.
Damn, why you want me to do that when you saying this and you see my views?
Because nothing is free in the world, and unless the people are asking for you, the only time motherfuckers will yield to your word is when they don't have the people behind them, and you do. When you have the people behind you, then you could leverage some shit more than
what people though.
I'm just saying, if you don't have like a general audience that they know they can't get without you, then you hold that leverage over them if that's what they want. You feel what I'm saying? So you might not have to deal with no funny business, or at least not 100% of it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But when you don't have that, and now the option is just like any rapper, anybody that wants to be famous or celebrity, it's like they're gonna put that little shiny shit right there in front of you, so you can run after it and say, "What you want to do for this?" You know what I mean? That's how I'm seeing. That's the 100% funny business, but that's how the business has been going.
Right. So
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I said mandatory funny business.
But mandatory on who? What you talking about? Mandatory that we have to deal with it.
You have to deal with it. Like,
I understand that, but dealing with it is what are you
all
gonna
right.
do?
So look, I'm talking about going from. All right, you can have your own little corner store, your own little bodega, or your own whatever. But
yeah.
for you to say, all right, let me have a franchise, let me have a chain, let me have a
Sure.
certain scale of business, you have to deal with what that motherfucker say, man. And you got
In order to get the
learn,
licenses, and
you gotta learn his game to an extent, right? And say, he coming at me like this. He's saying this, that, and the third. I gotta do this, woo woo. He introducing me to these motherfucking people. But then it's like you have to like mentally overcome what he's trying to throw at you though.
Okay.
And to do that, you have to deal with him and everybody else he's trying to introduce you to and woo woo woo. You know what I'm saying? So now you gonna learn his game, learn their game, learn the game, and now it's like, I'm gonna sit here and moonwalk like Michael Jackson in '85 across y'all shit because you trying to throw something at me like
it was 83, 84, but go ahead.
Appreciate it.
I'm just saying.
Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you, but I'm just saying. Go ahead.
But what you gonna do, because you could be better than what you was, but you gonna always be under them.
Did you have to deal with this 100% mandatory funny business
Me?
in your businesses? Yeah. To accept?
Only when I got locked up.
Okay.
But like, see, I got vending machines, I got real estate going on, I got the music shit, I got merch coming out. So it's like, I'm not dealing with no funny business. I'm doing this shit my way or the highway. I'm building, and that's what I was saying about Murdakhh, man. Like, you know, he always had a step in front of what was going on in the present time.
That's true. 100%.
You know what I'm saying? So
he's already like this man, even though he's a little like laid back to it, because he would be going in on.
We had meetings at his crib, like
he's like,
you know,
chopping it down, like, yo, bro.
I'm like, what an ass? What? You know what I'm saying?
But that's before you was now, because before you couldn't see that, because you just seeing that other step in front of you. He's seeing 7 steps. So it's like, now you at the 6th and the 7th with him. Like, you seeing that. Like, that's actually putting into fruition right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So, but that's what I'm saying, though. So it's like, fuck what they talking about. This is what it is, though. But for you to say this is what it is, you gotta be like, I'm backing up when I'm saying this is what it is, though. How you gonna do that?
Without any help, you talking about?
Right. Without walking through somebody else's door. You walking through your own. You trying to have your own doors to walk.
If you have, all right. If you could figure out the means, and you want to take that time and effort, you can do it. It will take longer. It will take longer, and it might be more beneficial in the end. The majority of people would take the loan or take whatever they're giving you.
What I'm saying. Why would you take the loan when you know what your shit going?
I'm just saying. Like I said. You could do it that way. You could figure out how you could put that money into it, but it's going to take longer. It's not going to be instantaneously. Because people, they tell you, yo, sign with me, you get $100,000, $500,000, whatever. You think it's yours. That's a loan, bro. That's for your art, what you bringing out. They're investing money into you, into your art, so you could transfer that into actually making money and paying that shit back and hopefully getting some residuals off of whatever left. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's what they're giving you that money for. And their name behind you makes you more of a star, so you could gas it up on that end. Now, if you want to do that, you could take that stardom that you have and try to liquefy that into some other means of income. But other than that, that's what you stuck
Right.
with.
So
Go ahead.
I'll definitely add to that, right?
Go ahead.
So,
Go ahead.
Quick
run.